This channel is supported by my online fishing courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner, as well as my books, including my latest book, Fishing the Edge, Techniques and Tales from Surf, Boat, and Kayak. You can learn more about the books at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon. Okay, we're going to do a little morning-evening action here. Yes, it's Eastern Long Island, and as I've gotten onto the beach, there's some birds working, mostly out of range. It looks like it's got really good potential. You know, I've got this stiff wind blowing in here. I've got birds. I'm not seeing fish busting. Another thing I'm seeing that I like to see are, I call them ducks, but they're probably cormorants. But there's a bunch of those. They're, diving down. Clearly there's bait here. But yeah, you can see off to the left there and a little bit out. Definitely those birds look like they're working on fish. And all right, so I'm just going to work this with a bucktail, and hopefully stuff moves in. We'll see. All right, I'll have links to all of the gear in the video description, and if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell. All right, I'm using an 1.5 ounce bucktail, probably hitting 10 feet of water, roughly. Maybe a little more, and it's a bulky bucktail, so it will ride above the rocky structure, of which this place is absolutely loaded with rocks. But hey, you swim this over the rocks, it's often you can just pick fish doing that. All right, and that bucktail has a 5-inch split tail fat cow jig strip on there. And I'm starting to retrieve as soon as the lure hits the water, and it's like a moderate retrieve. If I go too slow, I'm going to snag bottom. You can actually pick up the retrieve speed by looking at the line between the reel and the first guide. You see me hesitating there. I'm kind of staring at some birds that are sort of maybe in range down the beach, but I just know in a couple of minutes it's going to take me to walk down there. You're going to move out, so I'm going to just stay put. Yeah, and that was it for the morning session. I think that was the 2 fish I had on 3 casts there. And yep, that was it. And I looked around, drove around. This is the evening, so I've come back to the beach. And all right, I have some birds slightly to my left and out. I've actually been standing around for a few minutes, kind of watching these things working in my direction. I, at this point, don't really think they're going to come in. But yeah, it's the only thing I've seen, so I'm going to give it a shot. So I can tell you from my experience this fall, a lot of times there's these nice points with rips, and you can just go there and bucktail fish, and that's just not been working. It seems like the very few times I'm getting on stuff, it's when it's visible. So, yep, here we go. Okay, I've got fish now that I can reach with a pencil popper. I cannot reach them with a bucktail, so I'm going to throw the pencil on. Oh, come on. All right, I can reach them, but I had one blow up on there, they're just not hitting it. So the fish are on small bay anchovies. A lot of times they're not going to be too happy about a pencil popper. But okay, I can reach them now with a bucktail. Didn't even move it. Okay, a gull has flown into the line. It's always a possibility with this. It's one of the reasons, if you notice my casts, I'm keeping a really low angle. So I have a good track record of getting these things off, just trying to, give it slack, twitch it, give it slack. And he's just barely on there, and he's in good shape. Just he's on the very tip of the wing. And come on, and there he goes, and he's off fine. And yeah, if just try not to panic about it. But now watch this. Watch these fish. I mean, look, a minute ago, it looked like all the fish in the world there, and now they're vacating. The birds are moving. Of course, the fish didn't move that fast, so I'm going to keep making some casts here. Better one. Has a chunky bass. Okay, but now there are no fish here. I'm going to have to move down the beach and follow them a little bit. But, all right, so kind of catching up to them. Okay, I'm falling well short with the bucktail now, so going to try the pencil again, especially since 2 fish ago that fish was definitely a little bit larger, and yeah, I mean, I've caught some nice fish on pencils in these situations, but yeah, I reached them this time, just not getting the interest. All right, there's only one thing I can reach him with now, and it goes the diamond jig So I've got an 827 with a green tube. I can throw that thing a long way. So that's what I'm going to do, because I just can't seem to catch them if I'm not in the schools. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I'm just not getting them. If I'm not reaching them on this school, I'm just not getting them. Here's the bait. Missed it. And that's the last fish. They're going to slide off and fizzle, and yeah, that's going to be the end of it. It's the full run so far on this area where I fish is it's been tough. You know, that's not a huge school that was there. They weren't in very long. That's the only kind of action I've seen, and I've looked, you know, quite a bit, and it's just you're not seeing stuff off the shore either. Even if you go out in a boat, I don't know, it's weird, maybe when it gets colder. All right, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Check out my online courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner. Don't forget my books, and you can learn more about the books at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon.